Hello. Welcome to the pre-show for Whimsy Nooners. It's Monday. It's Monday at noon. The best show ever. Not really. It's a good show though. Alright. I am looking up something. You know what I need? Stand by. Let's do this. Let's hang out for a second. I need a dry erase board so I can write notes for like. Oh shoot! I gotta turn on my TV. Um, yeah. So someone should write that down. Remind me. I need a dry erase board, small one like this, like this, like this. Okay. Let's get the hat. Let's move pics. Boom. All right. Give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna turn my TV on. My monitor TV. All right, I'm back. Hey, Violet, you're here, hanging out. Very cool. Thanks, man. Fucking holla. Right. So maybe I don't need a whiteboard. I mean, one would be nice, but a little notebook. It's got like 3 little notes that I need to make so I don't forget them throughout the episode. I'm just gonna put it right here on this page. Maybe. It's like Ben does not work pen and paper. Shoot. Anyway, how's everybody's holiday going? Did anybody have plans and then realize like they fall through because it's a holiday, and now you're upset because you can't do your plans because it's a holiday? Um, let's see. All right, so here's a couple of interesting things. Okay, like I'm typing in the Google search "chasing the whimsy," and like I have to type almost the whole thing, chasing the. So today's topic on the back end is SEO, which I still barely understand. But eventually, what will shit. The idea is eventually, I'm hoping that Chasing the Whimsy shows up earlier in the feeds or in the search, the predictive search. um, with some work. Maybe because chasing the has a lot of. Oh, I need to maybe start putting CTW in stuff. Maybe. Okay. Anyway, um, okay, so that's working. Okay, back to my notepad, which is gonna do a little housekeeping work real quick here. 5, so it's gonna be interesting. I'm looking forward to it. Well, I'm interested in the. It's kind of like a game to me now, so I'm more excited for that than the rest of the show. Um, we're gonna see if I can. It's gonna be smooth today, guys. Um, we'll see. We're hoping so. Um, I thought I had it. Okay, let me think. Um, I can't remember. 3 is good for now. I'm gonna try for a 4th. What are you talking about, Ben? You're gonna have to wait and find out. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, hold on. You think? Oh, that's genius. That's so meta. Oh my gosh, write this down, Ben. Dude, I'm a genius today. Oh, it's so good, Ben. Oh, so much fun. Um, there's this like little mini game that I play now in the middle of the show that you may or may not like. You have to go like a week, 2 weeks back to Mind Pocket 74. Hi, Mom. Um, to fully understand it. Um, if you watched last week, you have a general idea. But today, my mini game, woohoo! It's gonna be amazing. So, all right, we got 2 minutes. Give me 2 seconds. I'll be right back. All right. While we're hanging out for the next minute and a half, make sure you guys are hitting the thumbs up. Make sure you like. All right. It's a little warm, and it shouldn't be warm because it's a holiday, and it shouldn't cost as much to run the AC. Which is all very exciting because it looks like we're almost out. Well, I won't say almost out, but I don't know. But it feels like we're coming out the hot side of things. So I know it's still gonna be a little warm from time to time, but like we have to be at least halfway through it, right? When did it start cooling down? October. Like the summer ended. Today's the end of the summer. A lot of places of business trigger the Labor Day as the end of the summer. So like we should be close to out. It's gonna come down a little bit this week. I want the day where I have to wear a jacket because it's so cold. Hello and welcome to Whimsy Nooners. It's a smaller screen? That doesn't make sense because I feel like uh, it is because there's two different layouts for the Mind Pockets where I'm bigger, so I feel like my hands. Anyway, I got cords everywhere. All right, Whimsy Nooners. It's Monday. It's noon. I did not sleep before this, so there was no like chance of like being late. We got Violet hanging out. Hello, Violet. You still here? So we got Mom hanging out. Anybody else? Feel free to say hi so I can acknowledge you. Um, Wednesday Nooners. So today's a weird show. You'll find out on the back end. I'm trying to think like, okay, one, to be fair, since the beginning, I've just wanted to do this show. So this is just a Ben show. But then there's like the marketing and advertising side of it that I'm still not sure how to like where the angle is on it. So if anybody's new, finds this, uh, what should I call it? Dude, this is gonna kill me. That's a 30-second lag on my TV. Like I will not be able to use this TV in any way today. Anyway, um, shit, what was I saying? Oh yeah, if you're new, uh, Wednesday Nooners, man. This is just me telling you about me, what I've been doing this week. I work a lot, two jobs, so I listen to a lot of like TV in the background. I drive a lot, so I listen to a lot of TV. Uh, so like when I'm watching movies, TV, well, like there's like a pop culture aspect to it. Nothing super crazy. I figure TV, movies are nice things that have a broader uh, audience for. Like I won't dive, like rarely, if ever, well, maybe next week. Like I won't dive into a bunch of Magic the Gathering stuff because you're gonna be like, that's I don't know how any of that stuff is. So yeah, TV and movies. I like it. You guys like it. And then on the back end, we have typically a what's in my pocket, a random discussion introducing you to something different or new that you may not know about or know much about, and I try just to elaborate a little bit on it. So, uh, that's Whimsy Nooners, man. Just hanging out on noon on a fucking Monday. Like I almost need. I don't know. Anyway, I'm trying to think real quick because I wrote some notes down, and I'm trying not to overthink it a little bit. But we're gonna get the show started. Here we go, guys. Maybe. Ugh, I can't even use my teeth. There we go. Can we hear me? Like, I keep moving my computer and my microphone different places every day. Our first segment, getting to know me. I like a good pun. I think they're the funniest things in the world. Uh, so yeah, here's where you guys get to know what I've been doing this week. Uh, you can get a little bit of a glimpse if you listen to Saturday's Mind Pockets. Um, but one of the things I've been working on this week, mostly Sunday and Monday last week. So I mentioned the Mind Pockets. Oh, there's a Mind Pockets logo. Um, I'm re-putting all the Mind Pockets on Spotify, right? Just a different outlet for people to find uh, the Mind Pockets. There's technically a video version of them, and if you listen to it on Spotify, you can watch or listen to it. So there's that kind of aspect to it. Um, and then I was talking about um, like there's a Spotify account right now that's currently open that has Movies That Made Us, and 6 Ice episodes. So these are all episodes that you guys have not heard yet. There's 11 episodes of different shows and episodes that you guys have never heard. And they're just hiding out there. I hid them in a way, like it's the dumb, none of it makes sense at all. So eventually, what we'll do is if you should find said hidden channel, like maybe, ooh, like maybe I come up with like a new token or something. Like I have hiding pixes, not in here. Um, but eventually, like I want, like as we continue to build the channel, I want like a handful of like rabid people, or like in the summer, Nikki's gonna be like, "Well, I got nothing to do. Our book is done," um, and then like just start searching for like this weird lost hidden page of Chasing the Whimsy that has unheard episodes. Um, so I did make some covers for them. So those are what you see. Look how adorable that is. Chasing the Whimsy, an ice episode. Um, and there's ice cubes, and it's blue and cold. Look how adorable that is. Look at you, Ben. And then CTW presents movies that made us. It follows the JJ format that I had when we were doing Yellowstone. Uh, the ice episodes, if ever released, will actually be numbered as a regular episode, and then the movies that made us will probably just be a unnumbered bonus episode that gets released. So that's why it's a CTW Presents versus a Chasing the Whimsy podcast. Um, it worked out that way. That's the like I envisioned it to look that way. Like that's because I've said it before in the past was one was going to be CTW Presents, and then uh, other ones could be numbered. So like it just happened to work out really well that as I was creating these two logos that uh, they actually kind of indicate episode versus just a bonus. So um with the mind pockets on Saturday, we found out that I cannot edit more than like 7 or 8. Like 8 is too much, I think. Um so you have to like download it to right and then edit it, and then I have to like export it and then upload it and then put all the descriptions and titles and everything else. So so those are kind of a huge like it's not it's not hard, it's time consuming. Like um the programs that we have that are available make editing fairly easy. But it's just like the idea that each video probably takes 15 or 20 minutes to download, export, then re-upload. And then in between, obviously, I'm working on like the descriptions and stuff. So like we'll call it like 20 minutes per video. So if I did 8, was that like an hour and a half worth of work? And then I get distracted looking at other things. So, um, but like it doesn't seem like that much. Like, oh, that's not that bad, man. If like it's only 2 hours worth of work for 8 episodes. But where I start, here's where I've determined too much in such little time starts to hurt impact because I have to make sure that there's the theme song on the episode, the opening theme. I need to go through and make sure I edit a couple of things out, like the editing stuff. Um, I have the right background attached to it. For a couple of them, like they have no captions, so like I felt bad. I had to go back in and then re-add all the captions to like 3 videos. So um, that was like so it gets weird where like there's a checklist and a flow, but when I start getting to too many of them at one time, I start missing steps. Um, and then typically I will do it at like 11 o'clock like PM seems like a prime time for me to sit down and start working on shit. So from like 11 to like 2, I'm just in here just working on a bunch of stuff. And then we found out that I'm a stubborn sleeper, so I'll sit here and attempt to fall asleep. Violet knows this. Like, I'll be working, and then I'll get tired, and then my mouse moves or I click stuff. I start deleting shit. No idea how. Like I deleted my calendar. Remember the CTW tracker calendar I had because my mom's a genius. I fucking accidentally deleted it. Like I deleted 7 weeks worth of fucking data. I mean, I found it. It took me a minute. But like like you're not supposed to do. I know these things. Like everybody knows this. Like it's like don't do important things like while tired, like driving. So it gets to a point where I definitely need to get up, move around a little bit more. Um, so yes, but hey, I'm working on stuff. So there's like in the last 2 weeks, there's 26 different videos. Most of like half the mind pockets you guys have already heard, but they go back a year and a half now. Um, yeah, 316 was the first mind pockets. 31624. Um, so it's interesting. So I'm working on some podcast stuff because like there's not a lot going on at works. I don't think. I'm also working on multiple ideas. Okay, um, whimsy games. So there's a video project I want to do. It's very much almost flat out copying Taskmaster, Game Changers, and any other random like task challenge game show of some kind, right? So um, those ones are going to be JJ and Liam. I'm going to do first. Depending on how good those go, we could technically do the same three challenges with like two or three more people. If it goes good with those, we can restructure it a little bit, maybe make a competition out of it, like legit, like a Taskmasters or Game Changers. So those are almost done. I got all of the props that I need. I just now have to make a game board like this, um, and then I have to make the overlay. So I'm going to record it, right? You're going to have over you have like a JJ screen here. I'll be a screen over here, and in the middle will be the game board or the puzzle that they're trying to complete. So it'll be kind of interesting that uh, I'm going to record it so that I don't have to edit three different videos into one screen. So I got another camera, so a good one too. So the idea, and I got the oh, can't see it. There it is. The look down camera. So the game board. Um, we're working on that. There's an upcoming CTW event, and I'm working on it. And I was trying to figure out like what theme I should go with, and I was like playing around with like under the sea, like enchanted under the sea theme, and I'm like, no, that's not good. So I was able to find like the perfect theme for the next big CTW event. I'm not going to tell you what it is. You can think about it. It should almost make sense. And I'm pretty sure I'm correct. So um, there's going to be uh, storytelling. There's going to be a fairly decent size like story script, maybe AI voice it, a couple of games in the transitions. It's going to be a fantastic episode, and I can't wait for you guys to see it. So I put that together, um, and then as we so like the next step of whimsy would be like build the audience enough that we can start enticing advertisers to come in, and then I could do like a fucking MeUndies ad in the middle. Um, of the episode, the live streams, the regular podcast episode. So I was able to secure a couple of ad reads. Like, what does that mean? I'm going to try and uh, I think we're next Sunday, so the Monday episode next week, 134, is going to be fun. There might be an ad read or two in that episode. So if you're interested in who's going to be sponsoring episode 134, you need to come back. Make sure you listen to it. Now, it is 100% fun. like, like, like I feel bad. Like, I don't want to mislead anybody. Like, there are, like, the episode will be sponsored ish in a way, but not in a way that we're making any money of any kind. But I think it's good practice. And I think it's something we can have fun with doing it. So I just have to finalize a couple of things there. So I'm working on multiple projects at this point, right? We got the Sophie project. I needed another 2 weeks before I can start really planning that, but I will be able to introduce it in the next 2 or 3 weeks. Um, the Whimsy games will be probably like next month, not on the screen, but we got Whimsy cribs. I mentioned we're going to go to grandma's and we're going to go shoot some video at grandma's house. So like doing so uh I'm organizing and planning and getting all the things I need for some of these upcoming projects I want to work on. I did throw out the idea of making like a short film with Liam, but he was kind of like on the fence about it. Um, like nothing crazy. Oh, holy crap! It was right there. Maybe I can make a 3 minute mundane video. The idea, okay, if we go way fucking back, right? The 3 minute mundanes were movie or were storytelling of what would we get? Um, a random mundane task or topic, and then a genre, and then you had to make a 3 minute story based off of that. I'm gonna start making 3 minute fucking mundane videos, dude. Like, how cool would that be? Oh, someone write that down. Seriously, hold on. I got pen and paper. It was right there. Like, like all weekend, I was like, what do I call it? What is it? And I'm like, oh, because we already did it. 3 men mundane video. The first one, like the most mundane thing I can think of is a fucking peanut butter and jelly sandwich. So like, can I make like like a thriller, like a like a like a 3 minute suspense movie about making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich? We can do a horror version. Um, and it's only 3 minutes. Like it can't like the idea that I'm gonna make a 3 minute video can't have more than like 3 or 4 scenes. And they can't be bigger than like 45 seconds. Like I can shoot a bunch of 45 seconds and then splice them all together. Um, the one thing I think I would need is uh, like some background, like some background music to help set the tone. Like if it's a horror thing, I need the creepy like. Ooh, maybe I'll just do that. Be like I'm making peanut butter and jelly. Like, look at that. Look. You see my? Did you see my my acting skills right there? That was scared. And scene. Thank you. Um, the Whimsy Awards are gonna be amazing in 2 years. We're gonna be like best fucking random video. This guy, because he can convey scared. Nailed it. Oh, oh. If you guys listen to the episode, like JJ was in a couple of random home movies made this summer. He did one at Taekwondo and he did one at camp. So, I mean, if a bunch of fucking 12-year-olds are running around with fucking cell phones shooting video, like I got handfuls of cameras, get multiple angles. I mean, I make Ben their videos. Um, so I'm definitely going to start making some 3 minute mundanes. Those sound amazing right now, to be honest with you. So yeah, it's a different projects going on, and it's like one of those things where you're like, then you're doing too much. I'm like, it's a fucking 3 minute video, guys. Like, I got nothing else to do. Listen, Monday, I'm the fuck, or on Saturday, I'm lonely. I got nothing else to do. I'm up until 3 o'clock, fucking updating. I'm updating year and a half old videos that you can find on YouTube to put them on a different platform for almost next to no good reason. I have to think that there's a reason I'm doing it, and I don't know what it is. I'm just throwing shit at the walls, dude. That's all I'm doing. like, give me another, give me another emotion. Like, let's just my acting range. I can't cry right now. Don't give me a cry one. Um, let's see. Let's see. Oh, I don't have. I was hoping for some props to help me like show excited and scene. I'll make a 3 minute mundane about making 3 minute mundanes. Oh my god, it's gonna be meta, dude. This is gonna be so much fun. Like Sophie can make a 3 minute video. I can make all kinds of cool stuff. Dude, I'm excited now. See, this is why we do the show, man. I need a place to fucking vent out some ideas. Mind Pockets gets me like half of it, and then boom, this show. I just like sidetrack all over the place. Nailed it. So yeah, we're working on those things. What else? Oh, okay. So here's why I need to make 3 minute mundane videos, because otherwise I will spend entire days, nights. I spent two almost like not. I'm not even gonna the amount of time that I spent looking. Like these are two cameras. Okay, one is the Ordo M5, and the other one is like basically a phone gimbal. Okay, so I have the Ordo M3. There's no reason I need the M5. Are we kidding? I spent 2 days convincing myself I needed the M5. I've only used this thing like a handful of times. There's no reason, dude. Like, I cannot be left alone without tasks or fucking friends or fucking dude, because I will lose it. And I will lose 2 full days deciding. Dude, I bought a gimbal before because I was like, it would have been in May. Um, I actually bought the gimbal, opened it up, looked at it, and sent it back the next day. But for whatever reason, again, I convinced myself I needed a fucking gimbal thingy. I don't. I do not. I just like it's like I don't even want to buy. It's like a new toy would be kind of cool, but like there's no okay. The M5, $259. I don't need it. The difference between the M5 and the M3 that I have is it has like a two axis stabilizer. So like the gimbal, so a gimbal, when you watch some of the fan fusion footage, you can see that I'm walking, right? But with both of these, when I'm walking, it's stabilized and it won't move the screen. But at the same time, like so we got cons coming up. It's not like I'm not running around. I'm not biking. I'm not swimming. I'm not fucking hiking mountains. There's no reason I need a goddamn stabilizer. I'm standing and talking to people. I'm like, ah. Oh. But for 2 days, I convinced myself. And during the 2 days, both of these products were in my cart for 6 hours. And then I took them out and then I put the other one back in. And I don't need them. I did buy. What did I buy yesterday? I bought a replacement cover for the swing that got damaged outside, and something for the desk. Oh, my laptop. So my laptop will have a new stand that will be able to pivot instead of this janky fucking $6 thing I got here that's barely just keeping it propped up. So yeah, so like there are things that are better spent. Magnets for some upcoming Patreon stuff. Um, for the cost of these stupid things, like I could have fucking mailed everybody the mat to go with your patches. Next week, I'm gonna try to do my patches tonight. I am worried because I like it seems super easy. And I asked my mom yesterday, and I don't think she really caught it yet. Like I was like, to be fair, I'm like super pro at talking to my mom. So I was like, "Hey, mom, blah, blah, blah." I'm like, "Iron on patches." I'm like, "Yeah, iron on patches are super cool, right?" I'm like, "You just have to get a towel and put it on the fabric and then just iron." And she's like, "Yeah, yeah." Not realizing that I had zero idea of how to to do an iron-on patch. So I have multiple patches. I'm going to try and put them on the mat so you guys can see them before I start sending them out next week for the September Patreon. Um, but yeah, once you guys see it, I'll put a link in the video for Amazon so you can spend your own $9 and get your own mat thing for your patches. Because I don't know what you guys want to do with patches. I want patches. So like the hell with you guys. But like like part of the thing is like a lot of stuff I do, like I have my mom and my grandma in mind. I'm like, what's my mom gonna do with a bunch of fucking patches? Like she's not gonna sew them onto her jacket. Oh, mom, do you have like a vest at work? Can we put whimsy stuff? Can I sponsor you? Can you be a race car driver, mom? Can I put whimsy shit all over your work jacket or vest? That'd be amazing. People would be like, she'd be helping people, and they'd be like, "Oh, what's that?" And she's like, "It's a podcast, award-winning podcast." Yeah, that's what we're talking about. So yeah, that's what I spent 2 days on. Like, no joke, 2 days. Like, I can't do the amount of time I spent on this thing was crazy. And I think there's one more thing. That's how I feel. Uh, a little like the same tired as normal because like my sleep schedule is pretty consistent, right? Like I sleep the same time roughly all the time, but it is feeling slowly more and more to get up. One of the things I kind of came up with is the loss of Saturday. So um, completely arbitrary, right? It is absolutely nothing to do with anything else other than me and this weird, it's not even expectation, but this weird, so like when I work overnight, if there's only two of us, like Violet knows, when we work, if there's only two people working, she works shipping and receiving with me. Um, if there's only two, then we have to work by ourselves for 2 nights, right? But the problem is like that always sucks working by yourself. So we always tried to like, I mean, you're allowed to obviously, like I'm gonna go to a con, I'm taking that fucking weekend off. But like the randomness of days off that I sometimes like to take, I try not like I can't take a random Saturday off because then I'm leaving somebody hanging, shipping and receiving by themselves on what's arguably a busy night. So like it's weird. Uh, like I'm allowed to, and like they could take time off, but there's this weird understanding um of just like taking care of the team. I mean, like Kelly and I went and take a lot of time off. Um, that's why I was always selling back my PTO. Like I've sold back hundreds of hours, like 1,000+ hours over the course of the years of just fucking PTO. And it's like the idea of like that's 1,000 hours I could have had an extra sleep or hung out with somebody. God knows how many relationships I could have fixed by then. Taking some time off and fucking not being like Ben. So it's like I'm tired. I'm pointing at the screen like you guys can't see it, and it's on the other side. Ugh. So yeah, I think I need a day off. I talked to Grandma today, Mom. They agree. Take like a random Thursday off, go get some glasses, oil change, and then sleep the second half of the day. So it's an awareness thing. So as long as I'm aware of it, nailed it. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So that's been my week. A little bit awake, and then while awake, I'm making podcasts. I'm looking at worthless cameras. Dude, that's just one camera. I have a fucking GoPro camera. I got the camera that Courtney used. I have a phone camera. I got 3 phones over here that all shoot video. I do not need the M5. I have 3 selfie sticks. I don't need a gimbal for my phone. That's the moral of today's story. Don't spend the money on stupid shit you don't need when you already have the stuff you need. Ugh. All right, I think we got a commercial here. Maybe.
Tired of the same old predictable podcasts? Dive headfirst into the wonderfully weird world of Mind Pockets. Ever wonder what goes on inside the mind of a slightly off-kilter individual? Join host Ben as he unlocks the chaotic collection of thoughts, ideas, and random musings he's captured throughout the week. Each week, Ben unleashes the Mind Pockets, a playback of the week's most bizarre and brilliant internal monologues. He'll react, analyze, and unravel the madness, giving you a front-row seat to the unpredictable landscape of his brain. Get ready to explore the uncharted territories of Ben's mind. Mind Pockets every Saturday at 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time on the Chasing the Whimsy YouTube channel.
Yeah. Did you guys know that Ben does another live stream on Saturdays at 2000 hours? That's 8 p.m. at night. Yeah, dude, 100% I do. Another show, award winning, season 1, boom, or year 1, best other episode. What was it? What was the category? Supporting show. Nailed it. Get the freaking watch. Here's what, like, again, I love a good pun, everybody. Boom, pocket watch. These guys are in gnomes. Shit. These things are gnomes in pockets. What else do you put in pockets? Pocket watches. What else do you watch? TV. Nailed it. So here's what I've been watching this week. I straight killed 8 seasons of The Blacklist. Season 1, phenomenal. 100% you go back, watch that thing, you'll love it. Season 2, okay. Season 4, genius. Season 8 was okay. It was okay. Like, it was good. I did not finish 9 and I haven't started 10. After season 8, there's a huge shift in casting, and the essence of what the Blacklist was good for is a little bit gone. And it didn't keep me for more than 3 episodes of season 9. I'll go back and watch them, but I'm not going to binge it like I was doing. Blacklist is a fantastic show. I don't know, like, again, I can't say that I don't know why wasn't better, because I don't watch network TV. And for all I know, this thing could have been fucking great. James Spader did not win an award for his role in this thing, which is a fucking crime. But it was a decent show. I enjoy it. Like I like it better than some of the stuff that's currently out. Um, Poker Face, similar vibes, way more playful. Um, but the story, it- okay, I hate comparing it to Tracker. I hate comparing everything to Tracker. Okay, but like the first two seasons of Tracker was okay, like at best. Like there's a ongoing story. You have the missing person of the week, and then you have like 4 minutes at the end of the episode of the larger, bigger story. Blacklist has follows the same formula, but they spend half of the episode building to the overarching um, story. So they're like the overarching story. So like Tracker, this next season will be good. They got rid of a couple of people, and me and this lady that I talked to, Joyce Ann, we're thinking we're gonna focus more on his backstory, his the secrets mom has, what happened to dad, um, and like this possible like weird secret society that's involved. Like that is like compelling television. I'm all for it. It just took a second to get there. So Blacklist, like all of season one, man, like they put it up front. There is a conspiracy. There's a cabal of like a secret society controlling everything. And for 2 seasons, 3 seasons, they investigate it, and it's fantastic. So watch The Blacklist, Netflix, all 10 seasons. I never watched Friends in the original run, like at all. I knew who they were because well, culturally, I knew things. Somehow, a friend showed up on my fucking YouTube feed for shorts. Dude, like, I watched a grip of Friends, like this clips of Friends, like that's a decent show. I'm starting to see what the appeal was. There's a couple, but to be fair, I mean, it was a compilation of all the best moments. Um, I caught some of the storyline of it, but um, yeah, I'm gonna give a quick shout out and props to the fucking Friends, man. It wasn't that bad of a show. Quick side note: How I Met Your Mother, still way better in my opinion. Hostage, 5 episodes, 44 minutes each, Netflix. Not bad. Here's my review of this thing. Most UK shows drag their feet for days. Um, like they give you the thing up front and then they just drag for like episodes. What was that one mini series I did about the drinking water and the birth defects? Um, a little while ago. Like that thing was like I think drug. Like the entire 3 episodes in the middle were completely wasted. It was all garbage. This thing, after 45 minutes at the end of each episode, there is a fucking banger of a cliffhanger that leads into the next one. If this thing moved the entire time, the ending seemed a little bit rushed, but absolutely, it's worth a watch. It's in the top 10 on Netflix. I think it's chilling at like 5 or 6 right now. It's not bad. Like I said, 5 episodes, 44 each. So what is that? Just over 4 hours. It's not bad. Um, it's English, but they also have the French president is there, so there's like a little bit of reading. So like not that big of a deal. Like I did it. So uh, it was a political thriller. So like not a lot of action, but a lot of like some politics, and then obviously there's a hostage situation. So you got the politics hidden behind that. Then we got to find who these bad guys are. We got to try and through politics figure out how we're saving these people. Like it was a decent show. I don't think it's the best thing in the world. I don't think it's going to get nominated for anything. But right now, There's garbage on television. I'm watching Friends right now. That's how much there's nothing on TV right now. Check out Hostage. Okay, this comes out a week from Wednesday. Next week, I'll play the trailer for it. But I'm just going to throw you guys out here real quick. AKA Charlie Sheen is a documentary coming out. You can find the trailer online. It's going to be on Netflix. This thing, this thing is going to be better than Brat. Remember when we were so excited. We were so excited for Brat to come out, right? We were like, oh man, what was his name, McCarthy? Was like, I'm going to talk to all the Brat Pack. And we're going to, he's like, I hate being labeled Brat. And he's like, I didn't like being part of the Brat Pack. And he was just like, oh, it's ruined my life almost. And then he talked to like all these, like everybody else from the Brat Pack, and they're like, oh, we fucking love it. And he starts talking to like fans and stuff, and the fans are like, we love it. Like, we love everything you guys were doing. And he like, so he went on this like the like this quest to try to justify why he like didn't like being in the Brat Pack, and then realized like his perspective was all fucked up. Um, they missed uh uh Judd. What was fucking Judd's name? Nelson. Ha! Nailed it. Um, Judd Nelson was in there, or wasn't in there. Um, he did talk to Emilio, which is interesting because you don't see Emilio Estevez doing a lot of interviews. This documentary, they're pulling people from everywhere in Charlie Sheen's life. Charlie Sheen was the biggest, highest paid actor on television for years. Then he had this like drug problem, always had a drug problem, and then this mental breakdown where he just like lost his shit and he lost his job on Two and a Half Men. Um, so it's like I think it's running like just under two, but he's sober now. He's a little bit more like aware of what else going on, and he's going to go deep dive on like who he was as Charlie, like who is Charlie Sheen. Um, Emilio Estevez is going to be on it, which is interesting. His brother, um, Denise Richards, uh, John Cryer, and a bunch of other people. I think it's going to be really good. Take a look at it. I'm going to play the trailer for you guys next week. Um, but that's all I've been really watching on TV, and this is the one I'm looking forward to. In the landscape of fucking like endless things to watch, this is the only one I'm really looking forward to. Um, with the caveat that there is a new show coming out next week. No, the end of the month, the 28th, I think, that I'm fucking wildly excited for, but I'll never put it on the show for you guys. Alice in Borderland season 3. What? Korean thriller. Um, like it ended at 2. They're like, it's done. We're not going to do it more. And they're doing season 3. So yeah, we got that going on. Uh, that's all there is on TV right now, guys. Check out Hostage. It's okay. It's worth it. Maybe I'll make a note. Why do I always have to pick new stuff? Like, why not? Like, I think of all of the like, I enjoy this section. Particularly, we're just gonna. Oh, how cool would it be? Like, like, oh, I can't move the camera. I was gonna try to move the camera to be like, come here, come here, come here. I like this section, like, because I like talking about TV and movies. But I think it could be structured a little bit better. So maybe I do like one current thing, one upcoming thing, and one old thing. So that way you guys can find old movies and TV, like The Blacklist. Yeah. Okay, let's try that. Hello. on again. Oh, I almost together, dude. That's why I need this extra camera so I could have talked to you guys from here and just camera angled it. But instead I insisted on not moving my spot, but just shifting the camera. So good. Oh man. Oh, you guys can expect uh camera effects like that when I start making my 3 minute mundane videos. If you guys, so funny. All right, I think there might be one more commercial before we get into the second half of, or the last half of the show. Oh, that's so funny.
Get ready to meet your new favorite storyteller. Introducing the brand new podcast, Storytime with Mr. C. For most of his life, Mr. C has found pure joy in sharing tales with friends, family, students, even strangers. Now, he's bringing that lifelong passion directly to your ears. On Storytime with Mr. C, you'll join him as he digs up forgotten classics, hopefully creates some wonderful new ones, convinces a few special guests to share their incredible experiences, and takes us all back to the very beginning of what makes a great story. Find Storytime with Mr. C today on Spotify. Prepare to be amazed, entertained. It's more than just a podcast. It's an invitation to simply hang out, connect, and remember the simple pleasure of a well-told story.
Sorry, that was loud. Oh man, it's so funny. Okay, so here's what's in my pocket. You're like, hey, what's in my pocket, dude? Okay, so we have the lo-fi video, right? That has a little animation with it. I 100% should find like it can't be that much. I need like a. I could probably do it. How does one make a GIF? Because couldn't I just record myself? What's in my pocket, right? Um, and just have that as like my intro to this thing here. So what's in my pocket, man? So what like I'm going to teach you something. It says rabbit hole discussion. There's very little discussion in any of this stuff, so I don't even know why I call it. Um, but I'm gonna teach you guys something. Okay. Um, I still here's the beauty of this. Okay, this is just a very brief intro because I still have zero idea of what any of this stuff means. I've semi rehearsed this. I did watch a few videos. I have a 2% better understanding of where it was yesterday. With that said, talking about SEO, there should have been a different slide before this that would explain what the hell SEO is. Search engine optimization. Okay. I had a meeting last week. I talked about it on Saturday. I talked to this guy who was like, you need a better SEO. Placement, score, ranking, right? He's like, it needs to be better. And I'm like, I don't even know what SEO means. Okay. In its very basicsness is the amount of people that use Google and other search engines to find things, right? Is like crazy. Billions of people will Google things and then the results. Okay. What we're looking for is how do we improve my placement on the internet that when you type in podcast network, family friendly podcasts, uh, new podcasts, what podcasts should I listen to? Right. So when you're searching those things, SEO is going like if I have a good SEO or if I'm using it correctly, what will happen is when you're typing in those things, right? Not so I always thought like, why do I care about my SEO if you know I'm chasing the whimsy and my website is chasing the whimsy? Like, there's nothing to search. But the strategy behind SEO is people who don't know me. and they're looking for like fun new podcasts with kids, old man laughing at himself podcasts, right? Or live streams. If you're typing any of those things in, we're the idea is like we want my name, Jason the Whimsy, um, the Spotify. We want everything Jason the Whimsy on the top. Study shows that when you Google something, just below the sponsored search results, so there's always like typically 1 to 3 sponsored links, right? Beyond those, the next 3 are the most important like the most important place to be on a Google search. Studies show that most people don't like. Here's the funniest thing. Really think about it. When was the last time you went to page 2 on a Google search? How long to boil eggs? You pick the top 3 like the top 3 searches. Um, like you're never going to page 2 or 3. Oh, that's a fun idea. Can I do that? I'm going to look at common searches and I want to find out what's on page 4. Page 4 for search. I think that'd be kind of a fun video. Um, Now, if you type in Chasing the Whimsy, obviously I'm first, right? Because there's it's a very specific search. So the idea behind SEO is how do I do things to put myself in better searches? Okay. So if you're searching podcasts, how do I get myself further up on the list? Okay. 2 parts. I'm going to go over 2 parts today. Okay. So here's what I've identified. Here's what I figured out. I have the website. I pay for the website. Website's probably the most expensive thing that I have consistently yearly. Okay. So I'm not utilizing the website properly. Okay. There's the website right here. Okay. Jason the Whimsy podcast, right? So I have to redesign the page a little bit. So SEO is, again, search engine optimization. There's a bunch of stuff that I don't understand, but Google accesses all of the internet and Google goes to my website, right? And was like, they're looking for they're looking for like words, descriptions, pictures, like they're analyzing all of the data on my website, right? So part of it is like if we have a like a fun episode or a themed episode, like I want to talk about Calvin Klein underwear, right? Um, that episode needs to have relevant verbiage, the hashtags, right? So that way, when the internet searching my website, they're like, oh hey, there's a Calvin Klein episode podcast. Like if you're like podcast about underwear, right? You'd be like, oh, boom, podcast underwear, Calvin Klein, Ben's on top of the search. Okay. So what happens is part of what I need to do is to redesign the page a little bit. I did a like I did like a not as much research as whether or not I should buy a camera that I don't need, but I did spend some time looking it up to try to get a better understanding of it. Okay. So what I want to try and do with my website is I need to expand the definitions of um, like if you go on the website, we have thumbnails for all the different podcasts, the art, the comic, the live streams. But within each of those pages or sections, those like the words on the page aren't very clear as what that page is, right? So if you were looking for cool web comics, I cannot I will not show up on the Google search because that page barely says it's a web comic, right? Or a comic strip or a family friendly comic strip. Like there's none of that language on the site. So there are ways for me to update the website to tag some of these searches that people could be using. Okay. So the idea behind SEO is somebody wants to find an independent comic that's family friendly, right? I want JJ to get into web comics. I don't know what web comics he should read, so I'll Google and I want to be like, hey man, I want to support like an unknown name. So I'm going to type in indie comic strips, and then the idea is if I do things correctly, redesigning the page a little bit, that I could pop up first, right? Where I'm looking now and I'm like, oh, cool, look at this. And it goes to that section of the website. And then from there, people are like, oh, this is kind of cute. There's this comic strip about these gnomes hanging out with his kids. This is cool. What is this thing about? And then they go to the main page. They're like, oh, he does a podcast. So there is that aspect of it. It's like a real subtle way of advertising, right? Because it's not like now there are like I could throw money at this thing. There are Google ads that I could pay, and Google will put me at the top of some of these searches. Problem is I'm the page is a little bit of everything, but not like the page doesn't really understand what it is yet. The page is like chasing the whimsy. Here's a bunch of shit, which is cool, and I'm proud of everything that we're doing. But it's not like like cohesively understood what it is if you stumble upon it. So that's what the website SEO stuff kind of looks like. Then there's like weird. Um, so SEO is all about working your content to put you at top of searches. Okay. One of the other ways, there's no screen for it. There's a thing called backlinks. So like when I did those articles, so when we had the article in the one book, the one magazine, the Focus magazine, and when we were on Stickman Stereo, um, like those links on other websites are backlinks, and the internet will recognize that those links are on other websites, and those will add value and help me move up. So it's a lot of weird bullshit computer science and algorithm stuff. I don't fully understand. I'm getting better at understanding it. I just don't know how to utilize now the things that I've learned. Like I know of like my website sucks being found randomly. Like if you're going to do a Google search, you'll never find my website. That's like I get that part of it. So now I'm just trying to figure out how to execute it to make it better. Like um the part of the idea is how do I get more people to randomly come to the page? Now we could see like an increase in like 3,000 views per month, which would be fantastic. But and maybe nobody does anything with it. Maybe they never find the podcast, they'll never sign up for the Patreon. But the idea is like I'm paying for a website right now that nobody is seeing. So if I can have at least a website in which 3,000 people do see it, like that's where your ROI is. That's where your return on investment is the website is out there for people to see, but nobody's seeing it. How do you get it? How do you get people to see it? SEO. So all the research I did and actually talking to the guy, what kills me is like it sounds like Ben did his homework. My grandma right now is like, my grandson is killing it. Dude, I have no idea what the fuck I just said. Like I don't know how to implement uh things into the website to give it a better SEO ranking, right? How to move it up. I have some ideas that I think you have to read between the lines because most videos and most people you talk to talk in circles like I just did, right? I said a lot of things that sounded good, but I did not in any way identify one thing that I was going to do to make the page better. One of the things I'm going to do is I need to put podcast in it more, right? I need to put the studio in it. If you go to the website, we have the thumbnails, right? So what I want to do is I should just stand by. Like there really is no reason that I'm just fucking miming this shit to you guys. I'm sorry for swearing. Which is funny because at one point I knew that I needed to stop swearing and I just don't anymore. But okay. So here's kind of like the idea. Here's what I've learned. I don't even know if this is correct, but I'm willing to try something to see if it works. Okay. Um, Here is the YouTube page or my website. Hold on, I gotta fix. Okay, and okay. So here's my website, right? So one of the things I think I want to start doing is we have the podcast release schedule. Like, what does that even mean? So what I need to do is like rename this as Podcast Network, right? Whimsy Studios Podcast Network. So now the website is now going to start getting a chance to be acknowledged as the podcast network, right? Um, Experience podcast from Chasing the Whimsy. So it would be experience podcast from a podcast network or a podcast studio. Um, and then what will happen is I'll change all these to um, Mr. C will get a page, Cine Amigos will get a page, the live streams, okay? And then within inside each one of these, I need to play with these descriptions a little bit better, right? So that way people know that this is, uh, part of a network. Um, that five teenagers getting to know. Like I can rewrite this maybe to be a little bit more um, search friendly if you're looking for um, podcasts about teenagers and stuff, right? So like part of it is I think is just fixing some of the language on it, um, putting a couple more links down here to the actual um, like Spotify and Apple, YouTube, because like part of the idea, right? So I mentioned the idea of the backlinking, right? If someone does an article about me, or if I'm on somebody else's blog and there's a link on a different website that leads to mine, the backlink, right? In theory, if YouTube or Spotify has a very similar SEO, right? The search engine on Spotify, the idea is now if I can put a couple links on my website, I'm now adding a backlink to Spotify. So like there's this weird like cross promotion like idea, right? Spotify's using their own search criteria, Google's using their own. But if they want these backlinks, I need to start putting links everywhere so that way Google and Spotify acknowledge that, oh, this link to Spotify is on 11 other websites. Let's move them up a little bit. Okay. It's all about this word placement in the search. I don't search podcasts, right? I only listen to the ones like that I know of or I want to. But is there somebody that's like randomly searching like fun family podcast, story time, movie reviews, right? Boom. Cine Amigos into best to whimsy. So there's that little bit of a game to it. I hate calling it a game, but it does feel like it's very much gameish. Now, it seems weird in a lot, but that's kind of like where technology is right now, is how do we get people to this page is what we're trying to do. So what the idea is, like, we're going to put up here, we're going to change this to the network. I'll take the comic, some of the retired shows, right? The pics, like the pictures, the contact info. What I'll do is I'll copy this little section and I'll move it down. I'll make a second one that has all of the supporting content that we have, the pictures, the comics, the blog, all those will go down here. So what happens is anybody who's searching for it is going to boom see podcast network, podcasts, movie reviews, story time, and then we scroll down a little bit, you can see all the other stuff that we offer. Okay, so that's kind of like in a very basic. That is what SEO is. I don't necessarily fully understand all of it. For, what I just said was the exact same thing a video said with pictures. Okay. Um, so here's the problem that I ran into though. Okay. Is I need to do a little bit more research on entertainment as my product. A lot of this SEO stuff is if I ran a store, I'm selling hand soap, clocks. What the hell does he? I don't know. I was going to try to sneak an extra one in, but I didn't. Um, like if I sold hand soap, right? The idea is I want you to Google. I want hand soap and gnomes or whatever you're searching. We want to be up there more. I had to figure out how to. So if I'm selling hand soap, the idea is I'm selling something. People are coming here. Okay, as a podcast, it gets a little bit weirder. So I have to kind of play with structuring the website a little bit and then each page a little bit. So because if because like I feel like ish bad. Here's a little ones. Like I have Sarah's name in here in Instagram, but like I don't know, like there's no Instagram link. Like what the hell are you doing, Ben? Like this is some basic stuff. That would have created a backlink for Instagram. Um, so I just need like there's no description of what she's doing, who she is, like what the stories are about. So those are like the little things that I think I simplified too much. If you search, if whatever you're searching, Chasing the Whimsy comes up, and you click on the link, it needs to be clearer that what you search for is on this page. Is basically all I'm trying to do. Seemed easy enough, right? Okay. So that's what the web SEO is. I do have screenshots. I am looking at some things. What I'll do in about a month is I'll revisit the numbers and see if there was an increase in any kind of view, search results, um, any at this point we're looking for any kind of increase in any kind of engagement. So as we do that, so next month I'll pull up some stats and give you guys kind of an update. We'll see if whatever I learned makes any sense and made any impact whatsoever on this. Okay. God, I hope so. How fucking shitty would that be? Okay. The second one is where you're watching us is on YouTube. YouTube has its own SEO, right? It's running very similar to Google, but it runs its own, has its own algorithm, its own search criteria. Okay. So a couple of things I've learned for YouTube. Okay. So on the link, not a link, but the name below, right? On YouTube, there's Think Media T. I watched this guy's video. I took a couple of screenshots from his page. It's a fan. I got more in the half hour watching that video than I have everything else I watched or talked to. Very clear, and he explained how, like, he gave me the hows to make an impact, not just the why. Oh, if you have a better SEO, you'll be better search resulting. Cool. How do I do that? Well, you have to do it so you can. I'm like, so one of the things is watch time, and how long people are watching. Okay. So those two, there's a metric online that I have video versus average length someone watched, right? So part of the idea is, am I getting the views, right? Like, are you clicking in and leaving, or are you actually clicking in and staying and watching? So we need to find the happy medium between those two. Like, I can fix my SEO. I'll show up on more people's feed, right? But if they're not going to stay and watch, it's going to detract me, right? So we need the happy medium of both lots of views and lots of time watched. And with the combination of those, I'll move further up into the ranking, which is simple. Like that makes sense. Obviously, like it's better than me just refreshing, right? Like, oh, someone just refreshed it a bunch. I got 100 extra views, but if no one's watching it, then like it doesn't mean anything. So there is a retention uh, um, value that you guys don't see online. I see it in the background. Okay, so then let's do. Oh, you suck. Slideshow unlock. Okay, so sorry this looks all junky. Okay, so what SEO does? Okay, so the idea is when you're Googling walking pads, okay, what happens is there's some so the guy that I talked to, right, this last week, who was telling me, here's how I'm going to help you with your SEO. Here's what he was meaning. If you're looking for walking pads, what they're saying is somewhere in the description and or my hashtags, I could use walking pad review. And what they're saying is 13,000 people recently searched walking pad reviews. So that's where the value starts coming in is, am I using the right tags? Okay. Um, am I? Okay. Um, so that's where I needed to get better because right now I'm just like I'm there's definitely a laziness to it because I didn't understand. Okay. So now that I understand, um I okay, I'll tell you what I did in a second. So here's what I learned, right? The title of the episode, the description that I use, and then the tags that I use, all of those things, right? So when I put a tag in there, that was like very, very specific, right? Chasing the whimsy as a tag. The problem is nobody is searching chasing the whimsy, right? We need funny live stream, right? I wish I don't like the idea is like, so with this program, if I type in funny live stream and it pops up and it's like, cool, 15,000 people in the last month searched funny live streams. So now so as long as I use that language in my descriptions and tags and title, I will show up in that feed, right? Not necessarily on top, but they'll find me, right? You could right now YouTube funny live streams, and I would probably never show up anywhere on there. But it's a combination of multiple tags, a better description, a better retention. Like if I'm getting 100 views, people watching the full 50 minutes, hour, those will move me up. Okay. So uh that makes sense. Like I can wrap my head around how my descriptions and hashtags actually impact the thing. Like I just throw it in there just to throw it in there. But the problem is I could put gnomes in the description or my tags. But the problem is like how many people are searching gnomes. But then when they do search gnomes, they're not looking for gnome podcasts. They're looking for gnomes, history of gnomes, gnome names. They're like, so like those are the things that I need to modify. Okay. So on these sites too, what they do is they kind of show you based off of the search, right? Walking pads. Overall walking pads, it seems like 63,000 searches, but there's also 23 different. Uh, I don't know what the 23 means. So it gives you like this overall score percentage, right? Right. So like if my title was just walking pads, or I just used the one tag of the walking pads, they're like it's okay. It's 74% good, but then that's why you do walking pad reviews 2025. Like you expand the verbiage and the language a little bit, so that way it gets a little bit more specific to with all of these high uh, search results. Okay, so that's interesting. Good to know. So, what else do we have on here? The website also does stuff like walking pads. So, what's interesting is like it'll show you other top trending videos for walking pads, and it gives you an idea. Like, so right, stay fit indoors with walking pad. Hashtag walking pad. Right. So, they got 977 views recently, right? So one of the things that they did, right? So the title, for example, on this one, "Stay Fit." People who are typing "Stay Fit," can I use a walking pad to stay fit? Like all of that language is just moving this person further up into the search results because it's using more high targeted verbiage, right? Like this is all making sense, right? Like it seems like obvious, but the problem is here's I'll give you my final thought in a second. Don't let me forget. Um, but it starts to make sense a little bit, right? Like this. What's the title of the mind of today's Whimsy Nooners? Whimsy updates, hostage Netflix, and SEO. Now, what's interesting is like most of that language doesn't mean much of anything. Like no one's searching for whimsy updates, so that's a worthless piece of fucking title. Um, hostage Netflix, maybe. SEO, probably, right? Because like me, I search fucking SEO, so I'm one of the 63,000 people searching for SEO stuff. So now I have to start rethinking. The advice is I need to start rethinking how I'm titling stuff. Similar to the problem that I have with the website is I'm not selling anything, right? I can't make like this podcast, like this live stream problem is here's where I have to continue to research it. It's like, how does a content creator fix my title, right? Because like if I was doing a bunch of reviews or playing a bunch of video games, like those are very specific. So I need to figure out how to make my live stream. Like I might need to put um like I could do like Whimsy live stream. Like because like I used to put Whimsy live on it. So now maybe I need to do like Whimsy live stream, put a couple extra tags in there so that way people who are looking for live, they know it's up here. Okay, so don't fully I don't know how to fix any of it, but at least I know where there's some areas that could use some improvement. What else? Okay, so remember how we talked about it at Fan Fusion, which is one of the things that we talked about was the scams, right? The Fiverr scam. I had like 2 episodes year one of all these different scams that are happening. So the idea is like, oh yeah, it's cool. YouTube, specifically YouTube, like the idea, like I would pay some freelancer money to give me fake views, right? Because part of me was like, I'll take the fake views for a minute because it's going to move me up into the algorithm a little bit, so people will find my stuff and I'll show up randomly in their feed. Part of the problem is YouTube can identify these fake accounts or these fake views, and the value that it's supposed to add doesn't. So all you did was pay for a video that looks like it has 7,000 views, but it's not. But YouTube is not taking that 7,000 views and putting it up anywhere. They're just like, cool, good job on hitting your 7,000 views, but we're not going to put you in anybody's search algorithm because, like, fuck you, it's fake. Um, and because mostly they're fake views, they're just like it's you get like these weird farms of some kind where you got like hundred of phones set up and all you're doing is refreshing, right? So you're getting the views, but there's no watching. So now there's no retention. So now we're like, cool, thank you for the views. So now I have 7,000 views, and the average length of watch is 4 seconds. YouTube is not like, I'm not going to promote a video that only has 4 seconds of retention. So that's one thing to keep an eye on. That one I can do. Like I haven't, can't remember the last time I paid for any kind of promotion of any kind. Now, here's a quick side note, and I would think this makes sense. YouTube has its own promotion, right? Like we did it for the award show and Ming Chen's episodes. Like I'll pay a couple of bucks to get that promoted better. In theory, any of the views that I get for the YouTube paid promotion should be legit, right? Like YouTube can't be like harming me to be like, well, we took this promotion and we got you a bunch of fake views. I don't think that's right. So I'm pretty sure that if I do promotion, I'll continue using the YouTube promotion. So I'm just throwing that out there. I don't want someone coming back later and be like, "Hey Ben, uh, remember on fucking October 25th, 1955, you said that you would never use fucking promotion again." I'd be like, "Whoa, boo, calm down." I said I won't use freelancer ones. YouTube, in theory, it's their platform, so I'm assuming that whatever engagement that they're adding to my video is legit. That's all I'm trying to say. Three. I don't know if you guys caught that. Okay, so here are three things that impact YouTube the most. Okay, clicks, watch, and engagement. Okay, how many people are clicking on the video? How long are they watching? And the engagement. Those are going to be uh, maybe hold on. Like we get the clicks, like okay, so the engagement aspect of it, right? So you guys are watching. We got the 10 of you guys watch most of this so far. So you guys have been hanging out. Oh my god, I've been doing this for an hour 30. Holy shit! I'm sorry. Anyway, the idea is when is the engagement, right? YouTube will help promote and move my video up more when there's comments. So when I'm like, hey, Ben does this silly fucking game for one. He plays this game with his mom where he tries to implement some movie references in the middle of a live stream. Give me ideas like I need you guys to go in and leave comments that says "Back to the Future," "A Few Good Men," um, like all of those comments. Like my mom's like like it's super cool. Like every live stream that she watches after work, she 100% goes in there and leaves a fucking whimsy, good night, fucking good job. So like when you watch videos and they're like, leave a comment, it's not just like, hey, leave a comment because I think it would be cool. Like, it's weird. YouTube values your page or your video more if it has like if you share it, like if you hit the fucking share link and you send it to somebody, but it's a lot of the comments, not necessarily the chat. I don't know about the chats yet. I think that there's a value in the chat. Like if we had a bunch of people in here just chatting it up, it might move it up into like the current live algorithm. But if I want somebody to watch this afterwards, right? So I'm going to right now, if you made it this far, I'm sorry that it's longer than normal. My bad. This is all education, man. Okay. So when you get to this part of the video, because you're watching this later, I'm asking you for a movie or TV show that I can use later next week and try to sneak in references to that movie. So what I would need all of you to do is go into the comments, not necessarily the chat because the chat doesn't work later, but in the comments, just put in a movie or a TV show. Like the idea is just any of the activity that hits it adds value to the video. Okay. Which is actually pretty cool. Like again, it makes sense, but knowing that YouTube values that engagement over fake views. Like we could have 50 views, but if I'm getting 50 different movie titles and TV shows, YouTube's gonna be like, well, that's pretty fucking interesting, and it's gonna move me up a little bit. Okay. Um, so make sure you're hitting the thumbs up and the likes. If you do leave a comment, take 2 seconds, scroll down, look at everybody else's suggestions. So like mom, this is like Back to the Future 2, right? Maybe Violet's like, why not Back to the Future 1? And then like maybe I'll jump in and be like, I already did it, fool. Um, and then like, play a little bit. I'm not saying all the time, but God forbid, like there's a fucking semi-entertaining episode. Maybe you can hang out and chat. Give me at least the movie. I'm not asking you to talk to everybody, but hit a couple thumbs up every once in a while. That's all I'm saying. And
Pull up a
that was it. So that's what I've learned about SEO. It's weird, 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 weird computer science, politics. It's it's the algorithm. It's it's the reason why it's all of the technology that says when you're on YouTube or you're on Netflix, what is being suggested to you? Everything that you do is being tracked in some way. And that's the weirdest thing in the world. Everything that you watch on TV, everything that you buy, everything that you search on the internet. Like when you are thinking about dog food, I need to get dog food, right? And you go on and you start searching, like go to Amazon, look up the fucking Ordo M5, ORDRO M5. Look at it, click on one, get out. Then go to CNN and tell me that the goddamn banner ad on CNN isn't the fucking Ordo M5, right? Because that's what the internet is doing. That's what technology is doing. It's saying you searched a goddamn camera and now we're going to put ads everywhere you are for this goddamn camera. That's all it's doing. So what I'm trying to do on my side is put myself up in a better place in your searches so that when you are searching for, I want to join a podcast network or I'm looking for a funny, uh, adorable old man talking about whatever live stream, boom, I'm there. Um, so that's what SEO is. I think there's more to it, obviously. I barely know how to fix it. Here's my closing thoughts, right? Here's the two things that I've done. Last night I went into the last 30 live streams, took out all of the tags and replaced them. Okay. And then the shorts, I'm going to do so today. I'm going to update all of the tags for the last 30 podcasts, live streams, and shorts. If I understand any of this correctly, most of the tags that I use are completely fucking worthless. So get rid of them. I'm going to replace them with the ideas and concepts that I've learned over the last couple of days. The idea is similar to what I'm going to do with the website. Is in a month, are we going to see an increase in these views based off of taking out the tags and replacing them with something a little bit more relevant, not so cheeky and like fucking Ben, random Benism tag, right? Like a tag that actually makes sense. So we're gonna find out. Give me a month. We're gonna track those numbers. I'm curious to see what it says. One of the things I mentioned earlier is that the title is one of the three components, right? Title, description, tags. The problem that I'm running into, that I'm butting up against, is I will not conform to a boring, basic, jank, like just a fucking lazy title to an episode. Uh, I mean, I'm referring mostly to like the podcast because like this is just Mind Pocket 76. Like that's lazy. But one of the things is I hate the idea of all this because I like making my favorite part is making up the title of the episode. Like I have fun with them, right? Like no one ever is going to search fucking whimsy spooktacular, right? So they're like, that's a bad title, Ben. It should be, um, it should be like family Halloween games. Like part of me is like irritated that what if I could do that? Post the same video twice? Oh shoot! Oh, that's a fun experiment. I'm gonna post the same video twice, all with different tags, and see if one gets a better view than the other. Oh, that's interesting. Double post. Oh, that's interesting. That's one way to kind of track if this shit makes sense or is real. Because like, to be fair, it could just be a fucking scam. All these SEO, like the guy I talked to, all these SEO people could just be selling snake oil, and they all just got in on the fucking ground level and be like, "Hey man," like the idea that I go to the Cine Amigos and be like, "Hey guys, I'm a pro now at SEO. Give me fucking $150 a month and I'll help you out." And all I had to do was Google fucking movie review hashtags. So I don't like the idea that we're taking all of this stuff too seriously. In that, here's my takeaway. I love being weird, fucking unique, and just Ben and just whimsy thing, like just whimsy everything. And that's why like I butted heads with what SEO is. Um, like I don't like the idea that the algorithm's trying to make us all look the same or we're all using the same techniques. So, like, maintain my fucking individualism in that I'm gonna have to use weird fucking names sometimes on my titles. Sometimes the descriptions are a little bit weird. Um, but like my title, 100%. If you see me use a basic fucking title, call me out, man, because I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm sticking to the titles. That's the one hill I won't die on, which is really weird because it's really not that big of a hill. And you're like of all of this, you're like, man, Ben got really passionate about fucking titles. But I just needed to throw that out there because I do like my titles. All right, we're almost done.
Chair for passionate film talk. We're thrilled to announce Cinema Amigos, the exciting new podcast that's about to become your go-to for all things film. Join host Pablo and his friend as they embark on an in-depth journey through their most beloved movies. Each episode is a lively conversation filled with unique perspectives, insightful analysis, and an undeniable love for cinema. If you're ready to deep dive beyond the surface and hear fresh takes on classic and contemporary films, Cinema Amigos is your perfect listening companion.
Patreon people, boom! Andy, Nikki, your family. Megan, your family. Joyce, Ann, Enderfrog, EC1, Gooster, Violet, Dad, Courtney, Kit, and Lasagna Hammer. Thank you guys for helping out on the Patreon. We got cool shit coming out in September. This month, patches, 2 of them at least. I will show you what those patches look like next week because I'm going to iron them on. I'll give you guys some suggestions. Here's some fun stuff. Here's what we're going to do this week and then next week. Okay. I'm like, one, I do enjoy it. I do leave personal comments on every comment that you guys leave. So this part is me, right? Knowing that it's going to help with the SEO results. Today, this week, whenever you watch this, for the love of God, please go into the comments and leave me a name of a movie or TV show, please. um, if you don't know, or like, leave a name and or give me the name of the movie and how many references I used in this episode. If we can get enough engagement for it, I'll make it into a regular fucking game and I'll start giving shit out. Like we did the inventory last week. I have hundreds of extra little I have things I can give away. If we could all get together and hang out for like 40 seconds. Dude, like I do it. I'm doing it a lot more now. Leave comments. Let's play some game. Let's like I would love for a Whimsy Nooners to have a weekly game in which like whoever's comes up with the movie and the number of references that I used, I give you guys something. Like, and if there's multiple winners, then I'll just randomly top like the 3 people who got the right answer, I'll randomly pick one. Boom. Like you might randomly get a fucking pocket gnome because you knew what movie and how many times I referenced it today. Now, if you're like, I don't know what you're talking about, Ben, go back, listen to it. I know of at least 4 that I did, and one of them I did twice. One of them was hella meta. I even named it. I like, I even named the movie I was referencing in this episode. So you might have to re-listen to it again. You're kidding me? I love it. Uh, leave some comments. Give me some. Give me examples. Tell me what movie I did this week. Because it's fun. Dude, I'm having a blast. Um, last week super clunky. This week solid. You barely caught it. I don't even know if my mom caught them all. It was her idea. Just FYI. Um, yeah. Do me a favor. Leave a couple of comments. Oh, real quick, I am going to shout out someone who did leave comments recently. Fucking Danielle. Danielle K. Fucking me and her, we chatted all night one night. She dropped like 4 or 5 in there. Dude, shout out. Hello. Thank you. I don't know if she's going to hear this. Um, with the Patreon, we'll figure out how to advertise this better. You get the patches this month. We're going to do some cool shit. But I'm also giving away, I'm not giving away, I'm donating some money, right? We're going to try to help out some little kids, some low income families, give back a little bit. Um, like that's part of the reason why, like I have to give a shit about SEO and all this other stuff because it's not just Ben having a good time now, right? It's like, can I do like, can I put my madness to to good use? Um, so if I can learn how to get better search results, show up in more people's feed, get more people to watch and hang out. Um, like the 55 goal is fucking lofty. Holy shit! Like next year, it's like let's get to 25. Um, but one of the best ways to improve these numbers and raise some more money is through SEO, and I get it now. I get what it is. I just don't know. I don't get yet how it's gonna work. So, but yeah, man, sign up. Patreon. Boom. Get some cool gifts. What's up? Some kids get some shit for Christmas. That's it. That's it for the show. I did not mean to go and fucking $1.50 on you guys. This is almost a 2 hour long one. Now here's what's interesting. Thank you, because my time retention looks fucking fantastic right now. I got like 2 hours of retention. I appreciate it. Leave some comments, hang out. Um, I'm gonna probably I'll find a better way to lean into the comments and the likes and the subscribes a little bit better than like the hardcore leaning on you on it for it. But that's it, man. I enjoyed today. I don't even know if you guys. I'm assuming most of you guys enjoyed it. Fuck it. Um, but here's the important thing: you two, the next Ben looking on better understanding of SEO is going to search it, and there's a chance that I show up better on the feed, in which the new other Ben can fast forward to the back half of this and get a better understanding of what the hell this is. Boom. You guys have a great night. Have a good holiday. Enjoy the day off. Sorry if you had phone calls to make. Can't do it today because of the holiday. Sorry. Uh, we got ads coming up Sunday's episode. So next Monday, listen to an episode in which we are dropping ad reads for a sponsor to the episode. And again, it's not like a real big sponsor. It's more playful. That's all I'm saying. Have a good night. Whimsy.